The house stood at the end of Willow Street. Boarded windows stared like empty eyes. A rusty gate creaked in the wind. Everyone said it was haunted. Michael, a skinny boy with a thirst for adventure, stood before it. His friends had dared him to go inside. He wouldn't let them down. Taking a deep breath, Michael pushed the gate open. He walked up the cracked path, each step echoing in the silence. The air grew cold, sending a shiver down his spine. He reached the front door, its paint peeling like scabs. Just inside and back, Michael muttered to himself, pushing the heavy door open. The house smelled of dust and decay. Cobwebs hung from every corner, thick and grey. Light filtered through cracks in the boarded windows, casting long, dancing shadows. Michael stepped inside, his sneakers crunching on broken glass. He listened, but the only sound was the beating of his own heart. Every creak of the floorboards made him jump. He entered the living room. Furniture lay draped in dusty sheets like ghosts of themselves. A grandfather clock stood frozen in time, its hands pointing to midnight. A floorboard creaked behind him. Michael spun around, but there was nothing there, just his own shadow, elongated and menacing in the dim light. He continued exploring, each room more desolate than the last. He found a child's room with a rocking horse frozen mid-rock and a dusty doll lying abandoned on the floor. As Michael bent to pick up the doll, he noticed something. Scratched into the wooden floorboards was a message: "Help us." The air grew colder. The hair on the back of Michael's neck stood on end. He felt a presence in the room with him, cold and menacing. He ran, stumbling through the dark hallways, desperate to escape the oppressive atmosphere of the house. He just wanted to be back outside, back with his friends, back in the safety of the sunlight. He reached the front door, but it wouldn't open. It was jammed, stuck, fast. He rattled the handle, panic rising in his chest. He heard a whisper close to his ear, cold and raspy. "You can't leave now." Michael whirled around and found himself face to face with a shadowy figure. It was tall and skeletal, its eyes glowing with an eerie light. The figure reached out a skeletal hand, its touch sending a jolt of icy fear through Michael. He screamed, a primal sound of terror that echoed through the empty house. The door slammed shut, trapping him inside with the ghostly apparition. He was trapped, alone with whatever evil lurked within the walls of the house on Willow Street.